Peace and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday, this last day of 2020. Um, I do know that it is Thursday and it is not my usual day, but I am so grateful that I'm here and I'm grateful to have you all. This has been a wild ride. And I think that most of all, I'm grateful for this practice and the balance, the calm, the awareness that it brings. It's really been an eye-opener, and it's been so helpful. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have this practice. I'm glad to have you all here as well. So I generally like to start my jams. Let's see here. We do have some music. I generally like to start my classes with, for those of you who are not familiar, I'm sorry, my name is Six. I like to start my classes with a little, maybe a word from our spirit guides, affirmations, and I have these handy dandy decks that allow me to kind of be a conduit for those messages. So as we close out 2020, let's see what kind of affirmation we have awaiting us for this day, for this coming year. Gosh, so much. It's such an incredible feeling, the duality of it, being so exhausted with this year and all of the nonsense that it brought about, but also having that gratitude and feeling that there were a lot of lessons learned in this past year, even though they might have been really hard lessons. We all kind of got a collective and the universe had to sit us down for a minute and kind of recalibrate. So a lot of us were put into positions where things got scary. We're here and we have 2021 to look forward to. A whole new year, a whole new cycle full of more lessons, hopefully a little easier than this year. Beautiful. I am a witness, not a slave to my thoughts. I think that's a beautiful sentiment to kind of come into this last day, and for a lot of people, the last day of the year, the last week of the year, that week between Christmas and New Year's is very reflective and very it tends to be a lot of effort towards release and letting go and recounting those lessons and some of the blessings of the last 365. And if you are like me, sometimes that reflection can become paralyzing. The anxieties, the worries, the coulda, woulda, shouldas, it's not uncommon to find yourself in a space, in a place where the thoughts are so overwhelming, that you don't know which way to go. And that is very understandable. But I think shifting that perspective from being a slave to a witness is a way to kind of take back that power. It's a way to allow for awareness as opposed to being subject to the effects of those thoughts. I also wanted to say, with regards to that, there are a lot of traditions, I think, that people have for New Year's. And this year, a lot of us are spending this time away from our families. And so there can be a lot of pressure to keep up with these traditions. And at this point, after this year, you might not feel like it. And that's okay. That is just fine. Maybe it's time to start some new traditions. Explore something else. Why are they traditions? So I just wanted to offer that shift in perspective. You have the opportunity to witness the thoughts as opposed to falling victim to them. Hold on to your power in that way. It's almost standing outside of those thoughts that allows you not to be so invested in the outcome, which sometimes causes us to react instead of respond. So with that, just something to think about as we come through our practice today. I noticed my hands kind of came to my heart and was sort of unintentional, but it tells me this message strikes me very deeply. There's a need to hold on to that energy. I'm so grateful for the awareness to notice how the body responds. So let's come into a comfortable seat. Starting with let's come to the top of the mat. Yeah, you guys are gonna be to the top. So at the top of the mat, take a moment, become a witness to your own body. Space the feet under the hips. Allow the toes to spread wide and grip down to the mat. Feel the heels root down as well, giving you a suction cup at the arch of the foot. Notice the breath. hips by flexing the thigh muscles, giving a gentle bend to the knees. Notice the breath. Feel the tailbone tucked underneath. Belly button pulling up and in, lengthening the upper body. From the hips, the energy moves up and then down. Notice the breath. Take a moment, roll the shoulders back. Allow them to settle without force. Tuck the chin, lengthening the back of the neck. Notice the breath. Feel the muscles between the eyebrows, around the jaw, the neck. Relax. Notice the breath. Gentle scan of the body to bring that awareness deep within. Inhale, rotate the palms outward and lift the arms overhead. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the palms to the heart. Inhale, repeating, coming all the way up. Arms together. This time, exhale, bend the elbows out to the sides, open the palms to the front, lift the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Palms together. Shift the weight onto the left foot and cross the right foot behind. On your next exhale, reach the fingertips over to the left. Palms squeeze together. Inhale, come up to the top. And switch sides. Release the right foot. Left foot steps behind the right. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up to the top. Release the left foot. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Look up. Let the head come back. Exhale and fold. Bending the knees on the way down. Bring the palms down to the mat. Relax the neck. Tailbone straightens up as much as you can. It's okay not to have straight knees here. Inhale, half lift. This time, do straighten the knees. Palms onto the lower legs. Shoulders pull back. Feel the weight of the body in the full foot. Exhale, belly to thigh, palms down, step back. Right foot steps back, nice and long here. And we're gonna rock a little bit in this low lunge. Okay. You can come up to blocks here if you need to. Try to keep that front heel down while pushing through all 5 toes, pushing through the front of the ankle on that back. Just a few more here. Breathing through. Last breath. Come to center here, pressing that right knee up towards the ceiling. And bend that right knee. We're going to shift the weight back to the right leg, lengthening through the left. Try to keep the toes down for this one. We're squaring the hips, pulling the left hip back. Aim to get that left knee straight. It's okay if it's not. Inhale, come through. Keep the right knee down. Settle the left knee over that ankle and lift the heart to the front. Maybe you come up on fingertips or blocks. Nice low lunge here. You can turn the top of the foot down. Shoulders pull back here. And shift the weight back once more. This time pull the toes up. Toes on the left are up. Left hip presses back, feeling a stretch in the back of the left leg. Breathe. And coming back to the front. Both palms down, lift up that right knee once more. Step back with the left leg, coming into downward facing dog. Take a moment here and pedal out the heels of the feet. Scooping those shoulders around to the front, getting that external rotation of the shoulders. Inhale, come up to the tippy toes and roll forward, coming into plank pose. Take a moment to adjust here if you need to adjust. Shoulders over wrists. Heels are hip distance apart. Tailbone tucks underneath, lifting the body with those abdominals. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Tops of the feet down. Coming into Ardha Chaturanga. Pull the elbows back. Top of the head reaches forward. Lowering down. Inhale, push forward and up. Pulling the shoulders, rather the elbows, towards the back. Notice here, gaze is not to the front, but the neck is long. Exhale, release the forehead down to the mat. Tuck the toes, press to tabletop, lift the hips up and back, straightening the legs along the way for downward dog. Pedal out the heels here, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward. Bend those knees. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Coming into Uttanasana. Tailbone up, top of the head down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms together overhead. Exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms up. This time, exhale, take a seat, bend the knees, hips go way back. Keeping the heart lifted, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, palms down. Forward fold. And exhale here, shake out the head and neck. Inhale, step that left foot way back, switching sides here. Let's work on that left ankle and right ankle as well as we push forward here and back. And make sure we're pushing all the way back through the heel, okay, and all the way forward through all 5 toes. 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Drop that left knee down. And from here, might have to adjust a little bit. We're going to pull the shoulders back, lift up the heart. And shift the weight back to the left leg. This time, keeping the toes down, keeping the foot pointed on the right. Getting a stretch through the back of that right leg as we pull that right hip back. And shift through the front. And to the back. This time lifting the toes. Trying to keep the hips in line. And come forward. Onto that right foot. Tuck the left toes. Palms down. Step back. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, look forward, bend those knees. Exhale, step or jump to the top. Tailbone up, top of the head down. Shake it out. Inhale, half lift. With your half lift, place the right palm down and exhale, twist open to the left. Twist open to the left. Maybe you bend that right knee a little bit. If the palm towards the ceiling is too much, you can bring the palm onto the hip, elbow towards the ceiling. Breathe here. Balance is challenged, or it feels a little tough, you can always look down at the mat, looking over that right shoulder. 1 more breath. And coming back to center, inhale, halfway up. This time, left palm down, exhale, right palm up. Bending that left knee if you need to. Or putting the right palm on the hip. Last breath here. Inhale. Coming back to center. Exhale and fold. Belly squeezes in towards those thighs. And come on up. Inhale. Slowly roll up. Take your time. Rotating the palms as the arms come overhead. And bring the palms to the heart. Exhale. Wonderful. Inhale here, arms up. Exhale, take a nice seat. Hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Come into a twist. Try to keep those hips nice and square. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, we're going to switch sides. Come down into your chair pose and twist to the right, hooking the left elbow outside of the right knee. Last breath. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, fold. Palms down. Half lift. Take your time. Exhale, palms down. Step back. Plank pose. Come to your forearms. Forearms down. Palms in line with elbows. Elbows in line with shoulders. Squeeze that belly up and in. Lifting up. Last breath here. Knees down. Lower the hips. Your elbows should be in a good place for Sphinx pose. If not, you want to make sure those elbows are underneath the shoulders. Okay. Notice the space around the shoulders and the neck. If that chin feels like it's jutting forward and your neck feels constricted, we're going to press into the mat, lifting up the top of the head. Okay? Squeeze energetically. We're squeezing the upper arms towards each other to help give us that height. Tops of the feet, press down. 3, 2, 1. Forehead comes down. Bring the palms to the low ribs. Tuck the toes. Come on up to tabletop or plank pose. And lift the hips up and back for downward dog. 3 breaths here. 3. 2. Fingers spread nice and wide. 1. Step that right foot between the hands. Yes, come down to the left knee. Make sure there's space here from left to right. Fingertips down, come onto your blocks, lift up the heart. Here we're in a nice low lunge to start. And come on up, pressing down into the right foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming into a twist. We're bringing the palms to the heart, elbow to the outside of that right knee. Pressing into that right knee. If this feels good, maybe you want to lift up that left knee. 3, 2, 1. Very slowly, left knee down. Come back to center, reach up. And exhale, palms down. Step back to plank pose. And back to downward facing dog, hips up. Switching sides. Step the left foot between the hands. Giving yourself that space from left to right between the legs. Take a moment. Find your footing, find your balance here in that left foot. Come on up, pressing through the full foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into your twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Feel that left knee pressing into the right elbow. Maybe you lift up that right knee. Maybe you don't. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Right knee down. Come back to center, reach up. And exhale, come bring the palms down. Lift up that right knee, step back to plank. And slowly lower the body down. Nice. From here, we're gonna bend the knees. Let the arms come alongside the body. And let the feet fall from left to right. You can turn your head to one side if being on your forehead is uncomfortable. And if you've done that, switch cheeks. Take a few breaths on the opposite cheek. And come to stillness at the top. Release the feet. Palms to the low ribs. We're going to press up and back. This time, coming to child's pose. So take a moment. Bring your big toes together. And take your knees way apart. Mat distance. And bring the hips, so the sit bones, back towards the heels of the feet. Forehead down, arms extended. You want a little stretch on the back of the triceps, the back of the upper arm. Bring your palms together. Make sure your elbows are parallel. And bend the elbows so the thumbs come to the back of the neck. Breathe. Release the palms. And slowly walk the palms back, coming into a nice kneeling position. And we're just going to swing the legs around so we can get into a little cool down. Take a moment. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees wide apart. And just take some circles, rocking into the hips a little bit. No real form here, just looking for feeling, looking for awareness, going where you need to go. And it might look a little silly, but sometimes we need a little silly to find out the truth. Slowly make your way up to the top, sitting right on top of those sit bones, heart lifted to the front. And use the palms to close the knees. Extend the left leg and cross the right leg over the left. And you want to make sure that you're pressing down into the ball of the big toe on the right foot. Pull that right knee in towards the body and the body in towards the knee. The arm or the hand here is merely a support. If it is within your practice, maybe you take your shoulder, your left shoulder, to the outside of the right thigh. Okay, we're coming into a nice twist to the right, bringing that right palm just behind the body. Try not to go too far so that you're leaning. You want to stay on top of your sit bones. Take a few breaths. And come back to center. Just to balance out. Both palms down on the left, little bow. Come on up. And switch sides. Left foot crosses over the right, hugging into the body. Press into the left big toe. And you can hug or hold. Okay? Whichever works for you, keeping that right leg nice and active. Take a few breaths here. Left shoulder pulls back. Center, switch sides, or palms down on the right. Take a little bow. And come on up. Bring both knees into the chest. And slowly roll onto the back. Maybe you take a few rocks if that feels good. Get a little massage on the back, on the spine. Okay. And once you're ready, you can settle onto your back with the knees over the hips. Maybe you take a few circles here. Massaging the sacrum and the tailbone. Pull the knees to the chest. Open the knees nice and wide. We're going to take a nice little happy baby pose. Bringing the elbows inside the knees or inside the thighs. The palms are going to wrap around the outer edge of the foot. Okay. And keeping the low back to the mat, you're going to extend the feet, the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. The key here is keeping that low back on the mat. So if we don't extend the legs that far, that's okay, right? And we're not trying to extend the knees completely. It's a different posture. But I suppose you can go there if you would like. Maybe you extend one leg at a time. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the back of the neck. And release the feet. Close the knees. We're going to drop the soles of the feet down. Take a little bridge pose just to reset the pelvis. Bring the palms alongside the body. Press the shoulders down, the upper arms, the elbows, forearms. Activate the back of the body. And on your next exhale, tuck that tailbone, lift up the hips here. Keeping that firm pressure across the back of the arms. Three. Two. One. Roll the spine down, top to bottom. Take your time. Tailbone's the last thing to come down. Squeeze those glutes until the last minute, making sure it counts. Nice and easy. Settle that low back. Once the back is settled, release the glutes. Open the arms out to the side. Take the knees to the chest. Squeeze the legs together. Drop the knees to the left. Coming into our second to last posture. Try to keep the knees, the ankles, and the hips all in line. It's very easy to let that top hip pull back. We're going to keep that activity in the torso. So we get a nice stretch, an active stretch. Come back to center. Taking both knees with you on your exhale to the right. Again, stacking those hips. Relax the shoulders. Come back to center. Give the knees one more hug. In fact, bring the forehead up to the knees. Exhale, release. Allow the top of the body to roll back down. Tucking the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. Extend the legs. Reaching the heels into their respective corners. Feel the heels push away from the body. Open the arms. Relax the ankles, the inner thighs, the glutes, the hips. Relax the palms and the fingers, the forearms, the upper arms, the shoulders. Feel the length in the neck, let the muscles relax. Making no efforts, just being aware. Breathe. Let the breath melt the muscles in the face, scalp. Begin to deepen the breath and move the body in ways that feel natural to awakening. Bend one knee and then the other. Bringing the palms to the heart. Roll onto your favorite side. pause for gratitude. Gratitude for ourselves, for our bodies, for showing up, making the efforts in self-care today. We give thanks to our ancestors and our spirit guides, leading and showing us the way. We give thanks for the practice. Many, many, many years, many traditions, all helping us to find that enlightenment, that peace. We give thanks for our teachers, our mentors, our lessons and our blessings, no matter how they appear. We give thanks. Using your top palm, press into the mat. Come up into a nice, comfortable seat. Bringing the palms to the heart as we close our final session of 2020. As always, I thank each of you for coming to stretch and flex with me here at North Yoga Movement. I hope that today's lesson served you well. I hope you feel good, energized, and ready, grounded, and aware. I hope that I see you again really soon. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Peace, friends, and Happy New Year. We'll see you tomorrow on the first day of 2021. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you soon, friends.